Hello, my name is Emily Miller, and I am doing my final capstone on track and field. This capstone is for Kin 554, Section AE, Behavioral Aspects of Sport. Why track and field, especially in high school students? First of all, what is track and field? Track and field is the sport in which male and female athletes compete by running, jumping for height and distance, and throwing for distance using implements or standard designs. The running events usually take place on the track, and the jumping and throwing events usually take place on the field when the running events are taking place. High school track and field players, especially my player who was a 15-year-old boy. It was easy access. I see him a couple times a week. He's like a little brother to me, and so this is why I picked a track and field player in high school. And they're a great population to work with, and so I found it very easy to work with my client and the population. My client's environment. So his social environment, he is a freshman in high school, and he is very influenced by his peers. His parents and grandparents have had a lot of problems with drugs and peer pressure. During this past school year, he has gotten in a lot of trouble because all of his peers are having a great impact on his mind. And this is normal in this stage. Peer Pressure in Adolescence in Relationship to Family Climate by Pushpa and Sign show in their research that, in fact, the influence by peers is very common in freshman through senior and even into college age. Now, my client's physical environment. My client is a very active individual. He wants to stay fit because he wants to go into the military. So he runs with his grandpa every morning or every night, depending on what day it is and if he wakes up in time. He is currently in PE at his high school, and they are currently preparing for a physical fitness test to see how good his physical fitness is. His family environment. He has a crazy home life, like insane home life. He was raised by his mom. His dad walked out at about 6 months old and never came back. His dad has 4 other children and with another woman, and he sees them as his half-brothers, which they are, but he never sees his dad. So just recently he had to move back in with his grandparents, and so did his mom. And so now he's back in his grandparents' household like he was when his father left. His mom and grandma are both pretty stagnant individuals, which is kind of hard for him because he is so active. His grandpa is a runner, as we said earlier. His cultural environment. His culture usually doesn't usually run for track and field. They're usually soccer players, and they eat a lot of good food. Now, goals. 2 outcome goals. He wants to finish in top 10, and he wants to get top 10 during 3 races this season. 2 performance goals. He wants to finish 25 seconds faster than he currently does, and he wants to jump over all hurdles without knocking any over. 2 process goals. He wants to practice 5 days a week, and he wants to eat a more balanced diet than he currently does. Now, mission statement. Because this is track and field, I chose 1 Corinthians 9:24, which is, "Do you not know that in a race all the runners, but only one, do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one receive the prize? So run that you may obtain it." 1 Corinthians 9:24. In conclusion, this has been a very difficult semester for me. One, because I got married, and that takes a lot of effort and a lot of work, and the wedding was amazing, but it was insane for school. And then one of my husbands and my mentors for our marriage ended up passing away a week after our wedding. Throughout this class, I learned that sometimes things do not go as planned, and when they don't, you have to try to work hard anyways. Something that I learned from the academic portion of this class is what are the different types of goals and why is each type of goal important. My greatest takeaway is to set goals and do everything I can to meet those goals. This concludes my presentation. Thank you and have a great day.